Action. Road America, where racing meets the outdoors. Check out roadamerica.com.
This is Barry Alvarez. You're listening to Madison's home for Badger fans. 100.5 ESPN, WTLX, Monona, Madison, a Good Karma sports radio station.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good afternoon, Madison. I'm Ryan Wollersheim, and this Sports Center update is brought to you by Wisconsin Badgers Volleyball. The number 6 Badgers are in Pittsburgh this weekend for the opening Spike Classic. Tonight, it's yet another top 5 matchup as Wisconsin takes on 5th-ranked Stanford. Our pre-match coverage begins at 7:30 right here on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. The Green Bay Packers wrap up the preseason tonight versus the Arizona Cardinals. It's a team coached by Matt LaFleur's brother, Mike LaFleur, in case you didn't realize. Now, neither team is expected to play many, if any, of their significant starters after they engage in joint practices on Wednesday, but it could be another opportunity for rookie kicker Trey Smack, who's got a perfect 7 for 7 so far this preseason, really 8 for 8 if you count that extra 58-yarder that he made back in Pittsburgh. So the two LaFleur-led teams kick off in Lambeau Field tonight at 7 p.m. Watch the game locally broadcast on the Packers TV network of affiliates, and stay tuned for our reactions right here on Madison's home for Packers fans, 100.5 ESPN. Then the Milwaukee Brewers are also back at AmFam after taking their series against the Mets. Wrapped that up last night. Then I'll host the Texas Rangers this weekend, and first pitch tonight is at 6:40 p.m. with Badgers Volleyball airing on 100.5 ESPN. You can catch Game 1 tonight on 1670 a.m.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com. Jim Rutledge.
I'm sorry, you are not serious about winning football games and winning a Super Bowl and going deep into the playoffs if you don't have a kicker.
Molly Brown.
You should be going further than getting a 7 seed and not winning a playoff game. That is a fact. You should be getting further with this team that you have.
Welcome to Wisconsin's afternoon hangout.
BS say that Jordan Love's the 10th best quarterback
I'm not feeding
in the league.
into you talking about something that has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
It does have something to do
Go
with
for it.
Best quarterback.
But I literally agreed with you.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. I agreed with you saying that Jordan Love is the one holding them back.
Yes.
Move on.
All right. So.
Okay,
All right,
thank you.
You're feisty today. All
No,
right.
I'm just telling you.
This is Molly and Jim, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
No, they're just also celebrities. No big deal.
Oh, my God.
Alongside Matt Hamilton, here's Molly Brown.
It's Matt and Molly, actually, today. Molly and Matt. Either way, the M&M crew. Is that what we call it?
Sure.
Perfect.
Sure. This is the slang for it. We're the M&Ms because we're sweet.
Perfect. We're presented by Coors Light. The mountains are blue, you know what to do.
And that's Crush, a Coors Light.
There you go. I'm Molly Brown alongside Matt Hamilton. Jim is camping. I think this might be one of the last times that he's camping this year, if I heard correctly, with football season coming up.
I would assume.
Okay. We'll see, I guess. But we are presented by Coors Light. You can stream us on the ESPN Wisconsin app. Listen to us on the YouTube stream. You can watch us over on YouTube on the @ESPN Madison YouTube channel. Fun ways to interact with today's show. But last night was really fun. So, Matt, we were at Potawatomi Casino Hotel in Milwaukee.
Always fun.
Very much so. I played some slots. A little bit before the draft, because basically our show ended a little bit early yesterday because of the Brewers game happening. Mm-hmm. So I was like, great, this gives me enough time to go over to the ATM. So I went and got some cash out, and then I went and sat on some slots and did all the things there. I lost $20. I'm not a big, I'm not a high roller, let's say. Okay. So to me, I don't want to spend more or bet more than what I'm comfortable losing. And I don't want to lose more than $40 because then it's I start thinking about oh, I could have bought this. I could have bought this. This thing was in my Amazon cart. I could have just bought that. Right.
Yeah.
So I enjoy going to the slots. I enjoy just the atmosphere of being at Pato. I mean, you've seen the sports book. It's massive. And just all the things that go on there. Right. And so I sat down on 2 different machines. The first machine, and I got some $10 rewards play. So I don't know how this works, but I put in the rewards play, did all that. I got a new Green Bay Packers Pato card because they're the official partner of the Packers. So cool. I had a Brewers one from last year, so this year I got the Packers one. So I was super excited about that. But so I sat down at the first slot, and I don't know if this is just because I had the rewards play in it or what, but I would bet 8 cents because I only pay the penny slots, right? Yeah. So I would do the 8 cents, and then I would win 8 cents, and then do 8 win, 8, win, all that kind of thing, right? Then I was like, okay, my strategy typically on a slot is to then like increase either the lines or increase the bet on the lines, okay?
Right, yeah.
So then I start going back and forth, right? So then it's like 18 cents, win 18 cents. Okay, 36 cents, win 36 cents. And I just kept breaking even. And I was like, wow, this is kind of fun, but also lame. Like I'm not making anything. I'm just making back my money. And I shouldn't have complained about that because before I knew it, all of a sudden I had like $9.30 left and I'd only put in a 20. So it wasn't like losing a lot by any means. So then I was like, well, cashing out here. This one's not giving me anything. I don't feel it.
Right.
And I was really hoping that I was going to go there and win like $20,000. I didn't. So then I went to the next.
You want to be under 10 so it's not taxed.
Yeah. Yeah,
so you don't
that's
have to
what
like
I've heard.
file the report or something. Like win like 8. That's like the perfect number to win.
Okay, well that would have been really nice. I unfortunately went to the next slot, lost. So again, maybe I need to put in like more.
I told you my strategy, haven't I?
What's your strategy?
Like so for
So
you.
no, you have not.
In your instance, if you just want to play $40, that's your max, and you can cash out and do this wherever. But put in 100 to start, and just play it down to the 60. Because I believe, and again, this is just speculation because I feel like I've gotten wins doing this. I've done the whole $20 at a time thing and just feel like I was burning 20s.
Right.
I feel like I always hit an early bonus.
Okay.
So when I hit that bonus, I might spin a couple more times after. And if I don't get another bonus quickly, I'll go to a new slot. I'll like cash that out, get another 100, and then do a whole 100. Like fresh bill. Cash out every time. Don't put the voucher in because then I feel like the machine knows I've been playing. So they're like, we don't need to like hook this guy up with a bonus.
You don't think that the card that they give you that tracks everything that you do tells them that too?
I don't have a player card. So I'm just like, here's a fresh 100.
And I thought you have to have a player card everywhere.
No, not to play.
Really? I've never played somewhere that you don't.
But like you want the rewards are worth it.
I didn't know that.
Situations. Yeah, you don't have to. It's typically a free program, and they're like, yeah, it's totally worth your time to take 3 minutes to sign up for this.
Right.
And have this tracked.
And isn't there something to, if you put more money in, the machine thinks, oh, this guy's going to play out $100. This guy's going to keep playing a ton.
I think that's what I think in my head, and I've maybe gotten lucky a couple times, and now I've put them together. I'm sure it's totally mathematically random.
Probably.
To pay out like a percentage, right? Like it's just totally mental for me, but I believe it. So like you should try it and see if it works for you.
And so that's how that's like same kind of mindset with things, with me switching lines. And then sometimes I've done it too, where I cash out, I get the voucher, and then I just put it right back in because I'm like, oh,
you think you're being sneaky.
Yeah, exactly. I swear to God, like I've done it before, and like this is the first time that I have walked away losing money from a casino, which like I don't go to the casino all the time, but when I do, I have made money. Unfortunately, they didn't have like the Willy Wonka, one that like is like our fave. There was a Monopoly one that I wanted to play, but only 2 seats were working. There's like 4 sides, but only the 2 seats were working, and I just didn't have time to go back before the draft, so I was a little bit bummed about that. But I'm excited to hit that one up later on. But then I also did some sports bets at the sports book, right?
Okay.
So again, I'm cheap when it comes to things. So I put in $15, which I should have just like done the 20 and I wasn't thinking. But so I put in $15 and my 3 picks, because I just did futures, which I thought was fun. But then again, as I was leaving, I was like, I should have bet on like the Brewers game tonight, because that would have been cool, like Miz strikeouts or something.
Right. Could have got the first leg done.
Right, exactly. I should have done it, but I didn't. So what I did, I put $15 in, 5 on each bet. So first one was bet for the Brewers to win the World Series. You're welcome, Riley.
Okay.
I'm a believer. I'm just kidding. I did that last year too, and then what happened? But I'm hopeful this year. Exactly. And then I did rushing touchdown leader in the NFL, Jahmyr Gibbs. So I kind of hate that I have to root for a Lion, but also at the same time,
I think it's very possible.
he's pretty good. And then my third one that I think is the most fun and most homerish is comeback player of the year, Micah Parsons. I didn't think that was a bad bet. Like, I was like, okay. So I put in $15.
I mean, the only scary side of that is he could miss like 5 games.
For sure. That's like
where
what
like other guys who are coming back off injury that get to play in week 1
Right.
and have a good season, they're just going to have a better resume.
Right.
I don't think it's a bad bet. And if it hits, I feel like your odds on it have to be pretty good for $15.
Yeah, I mean, he was probably like the 6th like name on the list or
so
something.
What was it to win? If you hit your parlay, what's it to win?
$182.
Bet 15 won 182?
Yeah, so not bad. And again, I'm not going to be that person that's going to spend a lot. I'm cheap. So was like, oh, okay, that'd
Frugal.
be fun to get.
Yeah, cheap. You're frugal.
Cheap in some places, but yeah, it was funny though, because as I was like, scanning to see who I wanted to pick for the comeback player, Aaron Donald was on there, and I was like, oh, so do they think like this is really going to happen, or I don't know.
I thought it was happening.
Is it for sure?
I don't know. I thought so.
I'm not
seen
sure.
anything.
Like I said, I haven't seen like official, but I feel like we even like went through that news cycle.
Let's see. I'm looking it up right now. New report raises doubts about an Aaron Donald comeback, but that's also Larry Brown Sports, whatever the hell that is. Yahoo Sports says Sean McVay still doesn't know if Aaron Donald is coming out of retirement. I wouldn't bet on it per se,
but if you're a sports book, having that option, that's just free money.
True.
It could be,
True. I thought about doing that one, but I was like, nah, I gotta take my guy Micah Parsons, so I took him.
Because if he does play, and even if he's like halfway decent, they're gonna be like, well, you were gone for a couple years and you still came back and played at a high level.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true. So we'll see there, but I am excited for what we also did last night, which shout out to all of our fans that came out. It was incredible having an entire table full of our different fans here, and it's just one of those moments where you're like, oh, people actually do listen, because sometimes I feel like we're in here and we're just talking, and it's like we're just talking as friends and we're just hanging out and stuff, but then to hear people actually listen to us and they like us and they enjoy us and they know things like sweep, 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 that was really cool. Like some guy Antoine told me that he that's one of his favorite things that he says, and like he says it all the time at work and stuff like that. So just kind of fun to hear those different kind of things from our fans. But what I wanted to do was kind of give you guys a little bit about how we picked our team, and then have Matt basically grade our fantasy team, because Matt, you are the fantasy aficionado. How many leagues are you in this year?
I am in 3 leagues this year.
I feel like that's not a lot, but also you have a child.
Yeah, exactly. I dialed it back a touch. The most I've had was 6 in a season. That was a little too much.
Okay,
I think
that's
like
a lot.
4 is the sweet spot.
Okay.
I want to do 2 redraft leagues. I got 2 dynasty leagues.
I don't even know what that means.
Redraft is what you guys did, where all the players are available, and dynasty is you draft once and then you just draft rookies year in and year out.
Okay.
It's like once you get Patrick Mahomes, you have him until you trade him or he retires.
That's insane. Okay, so I am not that well versed in fantasy. However, I knew who the top guys were going to be and whatnot. Jeremiah Madison says, hell yeah, we listen, miss you, Matt. But Matt's here, so we get to listen to Matt today, and whenever Jim is out camping and doing all the different things, or whenever I'm out. And every Tuesday. So basically, we were kind of trying to decide what our strat was going to be heading into fantasy football last night. And we kind of were like, oh, maybe we have to come to a consensus.
Did you know your draft position?
No, we did not know it, which I have to get into that too. I think it was rigged. So we had to basically, Jim and I were betting, or we're picking for just one team together. Okay. So we kicked around the idea.
So you guys had to agree on something.
Yes. Where it was like, okay, do we have veto power? Does one person pick one round and the next person the other picks and whatnot like that? So we kind of didn't really decide on the show yesterday, but also we're kind of like, I think we'll figure it out. Well, we actually worked really good together as a team. I'm not going to lie. We didn't argue over different things.
That's debatable. We'll see how this lineup looks before we say if you worked well together.
That is true. Okay. I will let you judge that for sure. But I was shocked by how much we communicated and worked together through it all. Also, Jim wanted to pick more Packers than I did. So the Packers that were on this list, because there are a couple on our team, Jim was the one that picked them.
Wow.
Not me.
Okay.
I didn't disagree with him. Well, maybe on one of them I did. But otherwise, yeah, he picked him. So let's see. Should I... Oh, yeah, draft order.
Yeah.
That's what I'll tell you.
Tell me how you got to this order.
Basically, each table has 2 people working their board, right? Mm-hmm. So there's one guy that's going around. Ours was Big Papa, going around and getting, making sure everybody, hey, it's your turn, it's your turn, it's your turn, it's your turn. Then the other guy, Sean, one of our teammates in Milwaukee, he was the one that was grabbing the stickers. Because Big Papa sucked at grabbing the stickers. Yeah. I'll tell you that much.
Fair.
He was looking for JSN in the wrong freaking position group. I didn't know what this guy was doing.
Thanks, Woody.
Yeah. So he was not good at running the board. So he basically gave those responsibilities over Sean. Sean did great after that. So, but Sean came over to our table and was like, here's how we pick in draft order. And then he was like, oh, I think he said Joe. And Joe raised his hand at our table. And then he was like, great, you're picking first. And then we're going around this way. So I was like,
wow.
So our table, like they
weren't assigned seats. I imagine it was just
not assigned seats. So I guess that part wasn't rigged.
And the Molly and Jim table and sit wherever you want. And it was like.
Yep.
Okay.
Exactly. So I actually, like, before everybody got there, I put my bag just at, like, the head of the table because queen.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Influencer.
Exactly. I was right in the middle, basically. So we were pick number 5, and then it was a snake draft. So
okay. I
guess it's better than being, like, 10 or whatever.
It just kind of, I mean, it all depends because when you're 10, that means you're getting the 14th pick.
That's true.
In a 12-team league, right? So
that is true.
And first place has to wait.
This was a 10-team league, I believe, wasn't it?
Oh,
or was it 12? I think it was 10. I'm pretty sure it was 10. So I will read to you what our draft was.
Yes, 10.
All right, what our team was. First one here, quarterback, Lamar Jackson.
Is this the order you took them in?
No, not my order. Do you want me to tell you the order?
Yes. I want to know like the order of the round you got these players. Because like I was like you used your first pick overall for Lamar Jackson.
No. I apologize for the deception there. Okay.
Great coming. F.
Okay. Round 1.
Okay.
Jonathan Taylor, running back.
Okay.
And I will say we were being homer there because we were like, it'd be fun to root for a Wisconsin back.
Yeah, and I like running back if possible in the first round. And he might have been a little early, but
he was pick number 7.
Probably should have been pick number like 9, but he's a good running back.
Okay, well he just got paid, but also again it was very much the homer pick where I was like, I guess I'd rather cheer for him than somebody else.
Yeah, don't hate it.
Round 2, Trey McBride, tight end, Arizona.
Maybe
that was my pick.
I knew it was your pick because you love Trey McBride. So. The sneaky part about tight end is the best tight end is way better than like the worst. Where like the worst quarterback's okay, and the best quarterback's like typically isn't like running laps around him. So it's like as far as percentage as like difference between good guys and bad guys, tight end's a good play. So you just with where you drafted him, he needs to be the best tight end in football this year.
Well, he's not going to be because Tucker Kraft is going to be.
Okay,
that's my Packer fandom coming up.
The second best wouldn't be bad either, but you need him to be an absolute
need him to pop off
killer at tight end. So, not a bad pick, hopeful pick maybe.
Okay, so I will say wide receivers. Typically when I draft, I'm either going running back or wide receiver right away. Like I try to get Justin Jefferson, ASAP Rocky. Okay, I try to get him quick. So we putzed around on getting a wide receiver, which I don't love. But because there was 10 teams, it was a little bit difficult to get the guy that we wanted. So, round 3, we picked Nico Collins, wide receiver for the Texans.
So Tank Dell was the ones coming off the injury. Nico Collins, that's a good pick. Like he's a good player. You just got to worry.
Matt hates our team so far.
Is Stroud going to be the Stroud of his rookie year, or is it going to be sophomore year Stroud?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's tricky. He's good. He's a good player.
Right.
Yeah. Your team is. Let's hope that you finish strong.
Okay, I'm getting nervous now. I feel like I'm going to get a D or something. Okay, round 4. Lamar Jackson, quarterback, Ravens.
Okay. I mean, again, you need him to be really good.
Second quarterback drafted.
He needs to be like a top 5
quarterback. Yeah, who was the first one?
Josh Allen.
Oh, that's who it was.
Which is absolutely should be the first one off the board, but maybe third round?
No, but do you know what was dumb?
Third round seems like a stretch.
I load up. I try to get 2 wide receivers, 2 running backs.
That's
or 3 and
strategy.
1. I typically favor running backs. I don't know if that's the right move. That's just my...
It probably depends PPR league or not.
I don't look at tight ends or quarterbacks until 5 or 6 rounds.
Do you know what was dumb? Jaden Daniels was listed above Lamar Jackson on this draft thing.
That is a little crazy.
That's insane to me. He was listed as QB2. Lamar Jackson was QB3. Josh Allen obviously won. Crazy, right?
That is a little crazy, especially given his season last year.
Yeah.
If you're telling me it was 2 years ago and it was after his rookie year and that's when you were like QB2, I was like, okay, I can see that.
Exactly. I feel the same way. 5th round, Travis Etienne, running back, Saints.
He's a good player.
Mitch and Stoughton was being my little fantasy football advisor last night. I will say,
he was helping you out too. You were taking advice from an opponent and who to draft for fantasy football.
I you know what's funny is I asked him. I was like, hey, because it was getting like late, and I was like, hey, what do you think about Herbert? Should I get Herbert? And he was like, that's a great pick. Great pick. And I was like, well, I thought so too because he can throw the ball freaking 1,000 yards in one game, right? And what do you know? Next round, he picks
Yeah.
Herbert.
Yeah, well.
And then at the end, he was complaining, saying, I shouldn't have taken him that high. I should have gotten other picks. I should have gotten other picks. And I was like, you want to trade? I was like, we can literally have him switch around the little labels here, and I'll take Herbert, and you take somebody else from my team. But he wouldn't do it.
Right.
So curious to see if he trades him later on the season. Then the next one here, round 6, Tucker Kraft. That one was definitely a reach. But I was like, I want him before anybody else gets him too.
I love it, and you honestly, you have 2 really good tight ends. You can probably play. You can play him in the flex spot.
Exactly,
which is crazy. You need him to play good.
That's where I put him.
Totally real.
So I put him there. Round 7, Cortland Sutton, wide receiver, Denver.
Okay.
Round 8, Michael Pittman Jr., wide receiver, Pittsburgh. Yeah.
You have only 2 running backs right now?
It's going to be between him and DK Metcalf. Yes, I only have 2 running backs.
Etienne and
Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, JT.
Don't worry. That's coming up right now.
All right.
Chuba Hubbard, round 9.
I'm going to be honest. Your team is you were stuck in the middle, and I feel like you got a stuck in the middle team.
Okay.
So far.
I don't know if that makes me feel better or worse.
How many more picks do you have?
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
All right, just give me. I don't need the defense or kicker. Just give me like 2 more position players.
Oh, you're gonna be happy with my defense though.
Do you have backup? You didn't take a backup quarterback, did you?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, who'd you get?
Daniel Jones.
Nice. Okay.
Well, Jim was like, "Oh, we should get Daniel Jones," and I was like, but last year was like his only good year." So then Jim pulled the table and said, "Which pick is more embarrassing, Kyler Murray or Daniel Jones?" Because I was like, I wouldn't mind having Kyler Murray because you know he's going to have to scramble out of the pocket. You know he has Justin Jefferson to throw it to. So I was kind of like, but everybody was like, no, take Daniel Jones. I was like, I don't know if these people are setting us up for failure or what.
If you guys are asking me which quarterback you should pick, I'm absolutely steering you towards it. It's like your backup quarterback where you could be taking a backup player where an injury could happen and now you have the starting running back for somebody.
That's fair. I always forget that you can do like waiver wire and all the different things.
Yeah, fair. That's fair.
So round 10 was Chris Godwin, wide receiver.
I like it.
Round 11, Khalil Shakur, wide receiver, Buffalo. Round 12, J.K. Dobbins, running back, Denver.
That's a great pick for the 12th round. That's
okay.
I think that's a steal because he's going to steal so much work from Harvey. Yeah, I think he's going to be the premier passing down back there. I think that's going to be a good pick.
Okay, here is Jim's other Packer pick. Marshawn Lloyd. Round 14.
I mean, that late in the draft, I don't hate
and
a flyer.
He might be the starter.
Yeah, he could be your main guy, at least for a little bit, right? So that's not bad. Honestly, you guys finished your draft way better than I felt like you started.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
I'm giving you guys a C+.
Backhanded compliment, but
I'm
going to
give you a C+.
And then my defense, Broncos.
Good.
And then my kicker was the Minnesota Vikings. What?
Oh.
No, somebody got him in like the first round. No, I'm just kidding.
His name is
Reichard.
Yeah.
Rikers. I don't know. From Minnesota. But I felt like he was on the field a lot last year, so that's why I was like, let's just go with him. Sure, why not? Do you want to know? Okay, so first, what would you grade our draft?
Honestly, like C+.
Okay, better than a D.
There's so many question marks. Like Travis Etienne's on a new team. Big question mark. You got guys who are like Trey McBride, who you got very early. He needs to be a top 2 tight end.
Also, that one was a little bit risky just because it's like, who's his quarterback? Mm-hmm. Like, if it's whether it's Jacoby Brissett or Carson Beck, are they really going to be that great?
Can they get him the ball enough for him to be a top guy? So again, none of the players are bad. Mm-hmm. I just think there's some risky ones there.
Yeah. So, and even just the ones that I picked from Tampa Bay too, it's kind of this is
Godwin late was pretty good, but he's coming off an injury. Who knows?
But then also Mike Evans is gone.
Gone. But Emeka he turned out to be the guy last year. So I don't know if Chris Johnson's going to be the number one. In name only, probably.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay, so I feel fine with a C+.
C+.
What about, so we had a picture of our draft board, which we can get that up here on the YouTube stream eventually here during today's show. But what other team kind of stood out to you as okay, that's not a bad team?
The team who drafted right behind you.
Antoine.
Antoine. Yeah, so Christian McCaffrey, I know it's a question mark, but he's been good every other year. And last year he had his injury thing. Mm-hmm. This is his year to break out. I don't hate that one because he followed it up with Derrick Henry, who's tried and true, super durable. Like, I know he's getting older, but until he slows down, like he was one of the best running backs in fantasy football last year, until he actually slows down for a full season, I'm going to believe in him. Josh Allen, so you got the best quarterback. Love that. And your wide receivers, he goes on a tear and gets Devontae Adams, who's going to be a red zone vulture. Lad McConkey, who's the number one in for the Chargers, and then Terry McLaurin, who's also like the number one wide receiver for his team. So, he got all the way down to the 6th round and got all like good starters, like 1 or 2 wide receivers, starting running backs, best quarterback. Like, I love the start of his draft. He got Laporta.
All right, so let me tell you a little something about Antoine, though. Okay,
yeah.
I'm pretty sure that he was listening to who I was picking and who I wanted to pick, because I would just like point it out. I would say like, oh, like Jim, what do you think about Scary Terry?
Yeah, only in the even
As
rounds.
soon as I said that, he drafted Terry McLaurin, the next pick.
Yeah,
I was literally
but then
like,
you got Tucker Kraft.
Yes, but but I swear to God, they were listening, and also they were on the phone with.
You could have clipped him in the odd rounds, remember, right? Because it's a snake draft, so
fair.
you hit him you get to go first in the odds.
That's fair, but
so
also
you should have been listening into their phone call.
But I couldn't hear the phone. It was so loud at Pato. I could barely even hear the people next to me. I had to keep being like, "What?" And like I couldn't see the board because the lighting was like so dark. So I was basically blind and deaf. And so yeah, Antoine, I think, was cheating. Antoine, if you're listening, I think you were cheating. And also, I think you were taking my picks. But it's okay. I would take my picks too.
The draft positions were rigged. Antoine was cheating.
Exactly.
Anything else?
Oh, another thing. So there
in our draft.
Yes. So I'm trying to keep up with, the different names and whatnot here. And I was like scribbling them off, and all of a sudden I see Philadelphia. So I'm literally looking through this entire paper, and if you can see on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream, it is tiny ass writing that like almost I need glasses to be able to see, right?
I bet Jim looked hilarious looking at that.
He barely even looked at it because he couldn't see it. I was looking for the last name Philadelphia over and over and over. Like I was like looking through the whole thing out, and I finally said, who the hell's Philadelphia? Who is the last name Philadelphia?
Oh my gosh, Molly.
And it was the Philadelphia defense.
Yeah.
Let a naysayer know.
What an idiot, right? Like, I felt so stupid after that. I was like, oh my gosh, this was for the defense. But I couldn't read because it's like, if you're looking on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream, which you should be, if you see it, it's the big names for the last name and then little for like their first name. So then all I saw was Philadelphia, but it looked like there was writing up above.
Philadelphia.
I felt so dumb. Everybody was like, everybody got a good laugh out of it, which was great. I was glad to be the entertainment there, but my God, I felt so dumb. Oh my God, it was bad.
We're drafting Philadelphia. I love that.
Exactly. Well, we got to get to Jason Wilde on the other side. Ask all of our burning Packers questions as training camp has come to a close. And the last preseason game of the season is starting here a little bit later tonight. But first, I want to tell you about my friends over at Condon Jewelers. I met with Diamond Jim just a couple weeks ago. I got my wedding ring remade. You guys know that I lost my wedding ring about a year ago, which really sucked, honestly. And so I went to Jim at Condon and I was like, hey, I want to rebuild my ring. I don't necessarily want to rebuild the exact same thing that I had before. I want to make it a little bit more my own and what I can do. And so Jim really listened to everything that I wanted. He pulled out all different kinds of like designs that I could do and just different bands I could do and all the different things. And it was just the best experience. So if you are looking to get some custom jewelry made for yourself, you can head over to see Diamond Jim at Condon Jewelers.
You're listening to Molly and Jim, presented by Coors Light. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions, securing homes and businesses in the Madison area since 1987.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
My dad helps keep businesses and families safe.
Hi, this is Jeffrey Beckman, owner at J&K Security Solutions. And that's exactly what we've been doing for Madison and southern Wisconsin for over 40 years. From security cameras and intrusion alarms to fire protection, access control, and intelligent video monitoring, J&K delivers customized security solutions for homes and businesses.
Because feeling safe matters.
Learn more at jksecurity.com.
J&K Security Solutions. Local, trusted, and family-owned.
Chevy is called the heartbeat of America for a reason. and Silverado keeps its rhythm. You feel it in the Turbo Max engine with best-in-class standard torque, an available Z71 off-road package that keeps you rolling when the road turns rough, and the most functional truck bed with best-in-class cargo space. They're trucks that work as hard as you do, so you can do more of what you love without missing a beat.
See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
Based on latest competitive information, excludes other GM vehicles.
All you have is one chance after an accident, one decision on who to call, one shot to get the help you need. Don't waste it on the one offer you get from your insurance company. Make the one call to Gruber Law Offices. It's the only one you'll need to make. Call us today. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
This is Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited with my brother and business partner, Aaron Brown.
Siding Unlimited has grown into Wisconsin's best local remodeling company and proven by our long list of awards, highlighted by our 5-time Pella Platinum Premier National Certified Contractor of the Year Award.
For new siding, windows, roofing, and doors, call 608-220-0005 or go to sidingunlimited.com.
Brian Butch here. From high school All-American to Division I to the pros, I've always respected people who put in the work. And Labor Day is about exactly that. From August 19th through September 8th, get 40% off all Iron Jock gear with a minimum purchase of $50 using code ESPN40. Excludes clearance and gift cards. Our gear is moisture wicking, anti-static, built with 4-way stretch, and powered by Silver Ion technology to help eliminate odor-causing bacteria. Iron Jock, built on performance, built to last, built in Wisconsin. Shop the Labor Day sale now at ironjock.com.
Listen to Madison Money Guy every Saturday morning at 7 a.m. on 100.5 ESPN and ESPNWisconsin.com.
I like to refer to inflation as the silent killer. It's an invisible risk. It's just the idea that things get more expensive over time. You're going to need milk and eggs when you're in your early 60s and when you're in your early 80s. You're going to get a loaf of bread, and it's going to be more expensive 20 years from now.
Christian Finfrock is the Madison Money Guy. Call him today at 208-1800.
Running a business doesn't leave time to wait. You need answers and a banker who responds. At Starion Bank, you work directly with local decision makers who understand your business and act quickly. No runaround, no delays, just solutions. The right banking relationship makes a difference, especially when things get complicated. Starion Bank, built for the long game. Visit starionbank.com to get started today.
Jason Wilde on Molly and Jim is brought to you by News 3 Now. Jason Wilde, the best green and gold coverage from the best in the business. 3-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year.
Goody wouldn't have got him if he was 27. No.
He would have put him in a nursing home.
Correct.
35.
Good one. There you go. That's the better line. That was well done, Molly.
He doesn't root, he reports.
Fans are short for fanatics. It's media being too, I would say, unbiased or unemotional.
It's Jason Wilde on Molly and Jim.
Joins us now on the Yuengling guest hotline. Yuengling, the oldest brewery in America and now officially in Wisconsin. DG Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly. Jason, it was so good seeing you at Potawatomi last night. Matt gave mine and Jim's draft a C+, so I'll take that as a win.
As a friend.
Yeah. He said ours was pretty bad, but I feel good about it. Jason, obviously, just to kind of jump right into things with Josh Jacobs and all the situation that I know we all love talking about.
Hi, Molly. Great to talk with you today. It's great to be on the show. Great to have Matt on the show.
Great to hear your
Really
voice,
excited.
Jason.
It always makes me happy when I get to hear Matt. And let's ruin the positive vibes and the joy, and let's talk about the legal system.
So I guess my biggest question, Jason, for you is just why did this take so long? Because the incident initially happened in May, and then kind of heard nothing for the last couple months, and now it just all of a sudden happens. Do you have any insight as to why it took so long?
Well, I think it did take them a long time to to gather whatever evidence that they have finally gathered, including if you read the indictment or whatever. I'm not a lawyer. I've not enjoyed trying to play one on the radio for the last 24 hours.
Right.
But if you read the report, they didn't get the garage video until July 21st, which obviously is at least part of this equation. Now, that has not been released publicly, and I don't know if it will. And recalling the Ray Rice saga, if it does, that could change the dynamic here. But because I don't know what's on it. I did talk to somebody who had not seen it, but had talked to people who had seen it, and they said this is not a Ray Rice video. And for people who don't know, Ray Rice, that's over a decade ago now. I can't remember how long ago it was. It was a long time ago. And look, let's be honest, the NFL did not take domestic violence seriously. Guys got let off with a slap on the wrist all the time, including Ray Rice, including, Amon Green a couple times, too, during his time with the Packers. There were incidents that, just sort of disappeared. And, I understand why video matters, because when you look at the Ray Rice saga, he gets let off with a slap on the wrist, and then the video gets leaked, and then you see him knock out his girlfriend with a vicious punch. And that the fact that the NFL had taken the approach it had with him was downright embarrassing. And that's what caused them to now have the automatic 6-game suspension if you are either convicted or you reach a plea agreement on a domestic violence charge. Now, here is where things get tricky. And again, keeping in mind that I would much rather be talking about the very exciting Jonnu Smith signing instead of this, I think it's important to touch on a couple of things. First of all, the charges that he's facing, they are 2 misdemeanors. When he was initially arrested, one of the charges out of the 5 that they initially arrested him on was a felony for strangulation, and they all had domestic violence enhancements because they don't in Wisconsin, they do not have something that is specifically a domestic violence charge. What it is like, in this case, battery, and then there would be a domestic violence enhancement. That is not on this in this case right now. That is not part of it. And I was talking to somebody else who knows way more about the law than I do, who said, from a legal perspective, he's not charged with a domestic violence incident. Now, from a common sense perspective, it was his girlfriend and it was at his house. So, allegedly. So I don't quite understand the difference there. Again, I don't want to get into the weeds on that, but I would say this. There's the law, and then there's the way the NFL interprets the law. And I don't know if they're going to split legal hairs and say, well, he wasn't charged and he didn't, whatever ends up happening in the case, it wasn't domestic violence, because they may say, look, I don't care what the district attorney charged. I can see how this incident occurred, and we consider it domestic violence. Now, on top of that, the other part of
they're within their right to do that as well, right? The NFL?
I frankly, Matt, I don't know, because I don't I think there's maybe one other. I was reading somewhere that there's one other state. I think it's Colorado that does it the way Wisconsin does. So I don't know. And again, his first court appearance is November 17th. So and we see court appearances get pushed back all the time, right? So this may not be decided until after the season. And the Packers, my gut told me they were ready to move on from him after this season anyway, unless he had some sort of blockbuster season. Right. So I don't know what the future holds for him. But here's the one thing that I want people to keep in mind, and I'm not saying this will happen, but I think it's important to at least recognize the possibility. So I thought the Packers' statement, without flat out saying it, told me they're not cutting him. They are not going to release him, because the statement would have read much differently if that was their plan. However, one thing that the NFL has in its bag is something called the Commissioner's Exempt List. And they've used it many times with players that are facing charges but the case has not been tried or a plea agreement has not been reached. And it's kind of suspending them without taking away their paycheck and without saying it's a suspension because they can't play. I think Terrion Arnold, who I think officially signed with the Seahawks after he was released by the Lions, my guy John Schneider, taking an interesting risk there. But I think he's probably going to be placed on the commissioner's exempt list. So he won't play for the Seahawks. They will have his rights. He'll get paid. But I don't know if this will be a situation where they do that, but there's certainly the possibility that the league could choose to do that. They would be within their rights doing it. Again, I don't know that necessarily they will, however.
Jason, you wanted to get to the Jonnu trade. I do have a question about that. Put yourself in Goody's head for me. You know this whole thing with Josh Jacobs is going to go down. You know your offensive line could use some shoring up. Your cornerback room is sus. Why are we getting Jonnu? And what is Goody feeling if he's going out and getting Jonnu?
That's exactly what I was going to
say. Luke Musgrave has been on PUP all camp. He's going to start the season there. We don't even know if he's ever going to play for the Packers again. We don't know the seriousness of this neck issue. But anytime somebody's talking about a neck injury, I get nervous.
Yeah, fair.
So I don't know if he's going to play again. After that, it's Josh, Wiley, Coyote, and Drake, Dabney, Coleman are the next two guys. And that's not a lot of experience. John, who's played, I think his 9th or 10th season this year. I mean, and by the way, I'm not a fantasy football player, which I would have drafted even worse than apparently Molly and Jim did. But John Smith, in 2024, that's true. In 2024, he was targeted 111 times.
Yeah,
he caught 88 passes for 884 yards and 8 touchdowns. Crazy eights. So now, could you argue that they had this situation brewing all camp, and maybe it would have been a good idea to sign him a week or 2 weeks earlier and get him in camp and get him into the playbook? Yeah, you could probably say that. But again, this signing did not surprise me at all. But I do want to also point out, final cuts, air quotes final, are Sunday at 5 p.m. Then there's basically a bye week. I would predict there will be a lot of maneuvering between the final cuts and that first week of work heading into the regular season opener on September 13th in Minnesota.
So you think they'll be pretty active with all the freshly cut players around the league?
Much like your hair once upon a time, freshly cut. Yeah, I mean, obviously it depends on who they are. It depends if they put a waiver claim in and someone else claims them that has higher priority.
Mm-hmm.
All those things factor in. But, yeah, I mean, look, I don't think they feel great about where they're at corner in terms of depth. I don't think, the offensive line, if somebody somehow shakes loose that they think is an upgrade over some of their backup options, they might go there. I think they're pretty deep on the defensive line. I'd be curious if they maybe take a guy on their defensive line and trade him, maybe player for player or player for a 7th-round draft pick next year or something. So I think there's going to be a lot of moving pieces as they go from 90 to 53.
I guess it kind of leads me into my question as the Packers head into their final preseason game tonight against the Arizona Cardinals. What questions besides...
The Packers play tonight? Oh, my God, I better get to Lambeau.
Which, actually, I am curious. I know you have a hard out in about 10 minutes, but I am curious what your day kind of looks like. What time are you getting to the stadium? What's your routine before I jump into that?
Well, it's a preseason game, so, it doesn't count in the standings. It certainly counts on ESPN Wisconsin and channel3000.com, so I do have to do my job. But
yeah, practice how you play, Jason.
Yeah, right. I take it one game at a time, as you well know.
Yeah.
But today's been a little bit of a crazy day. Maddie, our oldest, who's a junior, had her first cross-country meet of the season, and she had a hip injury last year that ended her season after 3 races, or midway through the 3rd race. And so I tried to do the show from the golf course where they were running. It was met with mixed results. But Homer kind of filled in for me for a while. Jesse filled in for me early. And then I was able to do the rest of the show from a Starbucks in Neenah, so that was a win.
There you go.
And she set a PR. She wasn't happy with it, of course, because she's just like her mother. But she had a good day for somebody who hadn't run in almost a year, and I'm really proud and excited for her. But I also got up. I also left the house at like 6 a.m. or 6:30 a.m. So like it's going to be a late night. I can't promise. I'm glad we don't have Green Bay game night because I don't want to get like say something I shouldn't and the FCC gets after me. So that's a good thing. But you guys know this. I've told you this before. I love preseason football. I know I'm in a distinct minority. I also don't have to pay to go watch it tonight, so that's probably part of it.
That's nice.
But like I love these guys that are trying to keep the dream alive. And I love seeing guys that managed to do it. A couple of years ago, Aaron Mosby, he was not making this team. And then he had a sack, he forced a fumble, he had 2 tackles on special teams. He was like the Michael Jordan of the last preseason game. He ended up making the roster. Then he ended up on the roster again last year, and now he's kind of in the same bubble spot tonight. So we'll see what he's able to do. But it is wild, man. Like these are guys, and I know it's easy to forget this. And I try not to, but even I am probably guilty of it. These are real human beings, right? They're not just little video game guys on your Tecmo Bowl. These are real guys, and their lives, like there will be guys that play either for the Packers or Cardinals or both tonight who will never play football in the NFL again, right? They'll get cut, and they'll end up working for UPS or whatever, a noble pursuit outside of football. They are trying to live that dream, though, for as long as they can, and tonight's a crucial night for some of them to keep it going.
So as we head into tonight's final preseason game against the Cardinals, what are kind of some of your questions that are still lingering after training camp? Obviously, aside from the running back position, like where do you kind of land? Because I was just thinking about this yesterday. I'm like, I feel like I entered this training camp with so many questions. Obviously, the kicker, Trey Smack, the cornerback, offensive line, the cornerbacks, all different things, and I don't know if I have a ton of answers.
Well,
I have
question
some.
1 answered. Trey Smack.
Yeah, exactly.
Legit.
Trey Smack. There you go.
Jason, get
but
out
like,
of
what
here.
are some of your questions that you still have about this team as they finish up preseason here?
All right. Well, first of all, I got some of these social media jackwagons who I try to ignore, but like, look, I'm not rooting against Trey Smack in any way, shape, or form. But just as we shouldn't have been saying this guy sucks, they need to go get a kicker after he was 8 for 13 in practice the first couple kicking sessions. I don't think we should be walking around with our chest puffed out and going, this guy's, the next Mason Crosby or Ryan Longwell. He may be.
He
very well may be.
He's a gamer.
Yeah, because he was 2 for 5 at practice on Wednesday.
We're talking about practice.
Well,
Yeah, and you're talking about preseason.
You just got done
practice.
You just got done telling me I practice the way I play, and now you're dismissing the value of practice.
I was
So
saying
which is
it's a
it?
convenient narrative.
Practice is when he was honing his skills, and when he got onto the field in a game situation, he was going to kick the way he knows how to kick. Practice is we're honing, we're trying new things. We might not get it right away, but we're going to put it together when it matters.
Okay, that's cute, Matt. But
Yeah.
let's
That's how I practice.
Let's also say this. It's one thing to make 10 out of 10, and it's impressive, and he deserves a ton of credit. I am not poo-pooing his account. This is the problem with this job. Like, if you say something slightly critical, then you must hate Trey Smack. No, but just like we shouldn't have been saying this guy sucks, they shouldn't have drafted him, get rid of this guy, go get Brandon McManus back, which I think there were some people saying that. We shouldn't be saying everything's hunky-dory and he's going to be fine. Like, he's 10 for 10 with 3 50-plus yard field goals, 4 of them if you count the one that didn't count. But it's August. It's August on a beautiful night in Pittsburgh and on a beautiful night in Denver, and it's going to be a beautiful night tonight at Lambeau. But I would predict that Packers fans who are, die hard and bleed green and gold, there's going to be a game where he's going to miss a kick, and then they're going to be cursing his name. Because that happens to all kickers, right? Mm-hmm. All kickers, not rookie kickers, everyone. Everyone misses. And sometimes it's in a critical moment. And I don't know if I mentioned this before, but you know who made his first 16 regular season kicks?
Anders Carlson.
Anders Carlson. Does anybody give a damn about the 16 kicks he made before he started missing them that season and then missed one in the playoff game that they should have won in San Francisco? No one cares.
No, they don't.
So it's great that he's made these 10, and for his sake, because he's a nice kid, and I never root against players. Like that little open about how I don't root, I report, which I like that upgrade, by the way. like, I don't root. I may have rooted against Bill Schrader, but I don't think it's right to root against players. But I'm not rooting against him. I don't root for him. Now, I have to admit, I am kind of rooting for Marshawn Lloyd.
Yep.
Because this guy, what he has been through injury-wise and how he has handled it, I have a ton of respect for him, that he's been able to do that. But, again, if he goes out there tonight and carries 12 times for 16 yards and loses a fumble, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what he's persevered through, because then you're going to be saying, I don't think if Josh Jacobs is unavailable, this is the guy you want to be giving the football to. So it's a results-based business. We'll see what the results are tonight, and if Trey Smack goes 4 for 4 with 4 field goals of 50 yards or more, I'm not going to do anything crazy. I'm just going to let Matt do the crazy stuff.
There you go.
Offensive line question. I still have some concerns there, and honestly, after hearing Brian Bulaga on your guys' show earlier this week, it sounds like he is in the Jager, right? Jager or Jaeger?
Yeah,
now
Jagger.
You confuse me.
He's got
Okay,
the moves like Jagger.
Matt
Yep.
said
I
like
say
Jaeger,
Jaeger.
and
I
now
say
I'm like,
Jaeger.
wait, am I saying it wrong? But it sounds like Brian Bulaga wants Jager Burton rather than Jacob Monk, but it sounds like the Packers are more leaning towards Monk. Is that correct?
I think that's an accurate depiction of the situation and of what Brian said. So good work, Molly. Gold star for you,
I had my listener
as
ears
usual.
on.
No, seriously, well done. I've been misquoted once or twice, not on this show, of course, but elsewhere. Look, Brian has forgotten more about offensive line play than I will ever know. Although I do enjoy, spending time with 2 offensive linemen that are really smart, and him and Tausch. I don't claim to know as much as they do, but if that's what he thinks, I think that's really interesting, and his opinion matters, right? The guy played over a decade in the league. Now, I don't think the Packers agree, but at the same time, and I don't know if Brian, I didn't hear, I don't remember if he said this while I was on with him or not, but like one of the problems with this issue of Jagger versus Jacob is Jagger Burton has spent most of camp filling in at left guard for Aaron Banks. So he didn't really get the chance to compete for that right guard job, because somebody's got to play left guard when the left guard's not available. And that was him. So not that those snaps aren't valuable, but from a competition perspective, that probably did not enhance his chances. So we'll see how things go, because these are not like the 10 Commandments, like carved in stone. Like Jacob Monk can be the starter in Minnesota, and if Brian Flores' defense cooks him, they ain't going to keep him as a starter. Now, I personally like Jacob Monk. He's got he's one of those guys, and I don't know if you ever faced one of them on the ice, Matt, but he's one of those guys that is just the nicest guy. Yeah. Like ridiculously nice, and then he gets on the football field and he's just going to tear you limb from limb. And I don't know how that switch works. I don't have it. I'm soft under all circumstances. But I really like what he's made of. But he's got to play well. And he got beat on the touchdown last week in Denver. I don't know if you watched the offensive line play, but he gets cooked pretty good. And the guy's right in Jordan Love's lap. Now, the guy that did that, it is important to note, is Zach Allen, who is one of the best defensive tackles in football. So that doesn't mean that Jagger Burton is better than Jacob Monk. It means that a really good player got the better of an inexperienced player, and that kind of stuff happens all the time. So, again, we will see what happens on opening day. But as of now, and I would also add this, watching the joint practice the other day, it looked to me like Aaron Banks was in pain and discomfort. Yeah. And then after practice, Zach Bako-Bewele, Z-Bak, as I like to call him, told Michael Gross of Fox 11 up here when he was asked about how confident he was about being ready for opening day. He did not have. He said he expects he will be, but it was not the most confident-sounding statements. So there's a lot of questions. Molly has every right to be questioning it, but seeing Aaron Banks kind of laboring late in that practice and he looked like he was in some pain, and that knee is a problem for him. So it'll be interesting to see where his availability is for opening day, because he's told us that it's tendonitis, and that I think the line he said to Tom Silverstein was that anytime he does any strenuous football movements, it hurts. I don't know about you, but
Love
he
that.
plays football.
Yeah.
He's not doing Wilde and Tausch. Like he could do. Apparently, he could do Wilde and Tausch as a cousin sub without any discomfort whatsoever. But strenuous football movements, which is his job, are a problem.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great to hear.
I've slept in on your show a couple times, and I never had to do a strenuous football movement, so you could absolutely do that.
Are there strenuous curling movements?
I think the slide, for some people who aren't used to it, would find it strenuous, but no.
Your slide is so majestic.
Thanks, Jason.
Oh, my God. This guy's not going to be able to leave the studio. Thanks, Jason.
Yeah.
Appreciate your time.
All right, guys. Have a great night. Take care. Be good.
That was Jason Wilde. He joined us on the Yuengling guest hotline. Yuengling, the oldest brewery now in Wisconsin. DG Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly. We will dive into all the things that Jason had to tell us there. But Riley, do you want to tell us about Door County Distillery? I did not set you up great for that one. But I think there was a lot that Jason had to say there.
I would agree, and I'll tell you about Door County Distillery coming out of the next break.
Sounds
but
good.
we can hear from Jim about Chalmers Jewelers right now.
Chalmers Jewelers in Madison and in Middleton. They've been a part of the Madison community for decades now. They are family-owned. They are locally owned. So go see my friends Garrett and Devin over at Chalmers Jewelers, Madison's locally owned, Madison's family-owned, and Madison's custom jeweler, Chalmers Jewelers in Madison and Middleton.
Molly and Jim rolls on after this.
I'm not a huge cigarette guy, but as they say, drunk cigs don't count. So
On 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Every morning starts with questions about what's ahead.
At News 3 Now This Morning, we're here to help you start your day ready and informed.
From the weather you need to plan your day,
To what's happening across our community and the 608.
and the consumer information helping you make smarter choices.
From your first cup of coffee
Or your third cup to the moment you head out the door.
Wake up with Chris, Kyrion, Josh Savannah, and Michelle Renee Quinn. News 3 Now This Morning, 4:30 to 7 a.m. Weekdays, moving forward.
there's a spirit you can only find in Door County, and Door County Distillery bottles it. Hey, it's Riley Yauk. Locally made in Carlsville, Door County Distillery crafts small batch spirits with Wisconsin ingredients and the flavors that make Door County unforgettable. From brandy, gin, whiskey, and my favorite, cherry vodka, my dad makes a mean cherry mule, to cocktails, tastings, tours, and more. It's a true Door County experience. Visit Door County Distillery in Carlsville or find your local retailer and more at doorcountydistillery.com.
Your Honda gets you everywhere. When it needs service, you need Zimbrick Honda service. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it for yourself at 2 convenient Madison service locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. From simple maintenance to expert repairs, Honda certified technicians handle it all. Stop in for an express oil change at Fish Hatchery Road on Saturdays. No appointment necessary. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop local. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
Dealing with storm damage? That's never fun. That's why homeowners are turning to Everlight Solar for roofing and exterior repairs done right. They handle the entire process, from insurance claims to fixing your roof with one trusted team. Less stress, faster solutions, and a home that stays protected from the elements. If your roof took a hit, Everlight's got you covered. Visit everlightroofing.com to get started today. That's everlightroofing.com. Everlight, a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics.
Hi, this is Lee, inviting you to Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Middleton. We got a great happy hour every day of the week from 4 o'clock to 7, and our patio during the summer is open too. If you're getting married, special occasion, a birthday, anniversary, or even a business meeting, we've got all the accommodations right here at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. You work hard and sometimes you're not sure what you want to do, where you want to spend your money. I want to encourage you to come into Ruth's Chris Steakhouse and say hello. It'd be a pleasure to meet you.
Hey, it's John Hayes, owner of Goodman's Jewelers. Come in and discover the high standards, classic traditions, honesty, integrity, and elegance when you walk through our doors. For over 90 years, customers have returned again and again to our warm boutique setting. Trust me, because I've been there for over 40 of them. Whether it's time to come back or your first time in, stop by Goodman's Jewelers at 220 State Street today. Goodman's Jewelers, the diamond store of Madison since 1933.
The best is at Goodman's.
Bringing summer gatherings to the next level is just another thing we do at Celebrations Entertainment. Hi, it's Jeffrey. With rental items like sound equipment, photo booths, and even yard games, you can make your event the party that everyone talks about. Any event like graduation parties, block parties, or even a backyard barbecue can be elevated with fun, interactive items to make everyone ask, "Hey, how'd you pull this off?" Just tell them celebrationsentertainment.com. That's celebrationsentertainment.com.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Why haven't the Packers paid Tucker Kraft?
If I'm Jordan Love, I'm pissed. I'm mad at the Packers if they haven't gotten something figured out there. You saw how much of a key piece he was to our offense last year.
Your home for Packers fans. The ESPN Wisconsin app and the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
There's nothing like a Wisconsin football tailgate. Good food, great friends, and something local in your glass. Door County Distillery, made right there in Carlsville. Craft small batch spirits with Wisconsin ingredients and Door County character. Grab a bottle of luminous vodka, Door County cherry vodka, that's my personal favorite. Brandy, gin, whiskey, or whatever fits your tailgate, whether it be in Green Bay or Madison. Find a local retailer and explore the full lineup at DoorCountyDistillery.com.
This is Molly and Jim. Molly Brown hanging out with Matt Hamilton today. Excited to have Matt in ahead of the Packers' last preseason game here this season as they take on the Arizona Cardinals tonight. What time did the Packers even play tonight? Does anybody know?
7 p.m.
All right. Are you guys watching?
I'll tune in for a little bit. Nah, I'm definitely not watching the full game.
Same. I don't think I've watched any of the full games.
It's going to be on in the background.
Yeah.
How much I actually pay attention to it will be up to Gus and the score.
I'm assuming no starters are playing today. That's typically how it works with okay.
Maybe
the
rookie starters.
Some of the offensive linemen, I think, may play.
And that's what I'm excited.
About it.
That's what I'm excited to kind of see happen. Again, Trace Mack, hearing Jason just talk about he went 2 for 5. Is that what he said earlier this week?
In practice?
Yeah.
I don't know what
I think he said something like that.
Yeah.
But he's missed quite a few this week in practice. So I'm curious to see.
Just in practice.
He
hasn't missed anything in a stadium.
Yeah, but I'm curious to see what he ends up doing later tonight as they take on the Arizona Cardinals in their final preseason game of the season. I want to get into some lingering questions that we may have for this for now that training camp is done and over with. And just kind of rehash some of the things that Jason said. And if you missed any of our conversation with Jason, you can listen back on the ESPN Wisconsin app or watch it back on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. So we will dive more into that here in just a little bit. But first, I want to tell you about my friends over at Potawatomi. You guys heard us talking about the fantasy football draft earlier, and if you missed that, you can listen back on the ESPN Wisconsin app too and on the ESPN Madison YouTube stream. Talked about all of our experience last night as we had the fantasy draft last night. But if you want to go there just to catch a game, they have great food. They've got luxury seating, incredible sports book that you can go watch. It's a massive video wall. Like, seriously, it's huge. It's crazy. And you can go hit all those slots too. And hopefully you win a little bit more money than I did. Go make some futures bets there too, and just go enjoy all of the atmosphere that there is at Potawatomi Sportsbook in Milwaukee.
You're hanging out with Molly and Jim.
So anytime anyone says diarrhea, in my head, my brain goes, cha-cha-cha.
On 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute.
This Badger Minute is brought to you by The Jump Around. Don't miss new episodes of this exclusive digital show talking all things Wisconsin sports. New episodes debut Thursdays at 12:30, streaming on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. Wisconsin beat reporter Jim Polzine joined The Jump Around Thursday afternoon, and there were two big positives he took away from fall camp.
I think the overall depth seems better, from quarterback to defensive side of the ball. Depth overall, I feel better about. Now you got to see it in the game, right? Like that's obvious. And then the other thing is like they need to get this running game going, and I saw positive signs of that in camp. They clearly have made it an emphasis, and there were days where you can kind of look at it and say, all right, I can see where this running game will be a strength this year.
At Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, premium quality doesn't come at just one price point. Real pricing, premium quality, no games. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Take your winnings to new heights at Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee with Spin to Win. This September, play with your rewards card for entries. And Thursday nights, you could spin your way to a share of $300K in cash and prizes. Then keep the ride going, because all your Spin to Win entries also count towards the WinFest finale drawings on September 25th. Spin to Win. Only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
Good Karma Sports is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with Good Karma Sports, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmasports.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmasports.com.
Fall is right around the corner, and we've got something new to celebrate this season. You already know and love our apple flavor. In fact, you love it so much, we're giving it a package all its own. Introducing the new Apple 4-Pack, the same crisp apple flavor you can't get enough of. Now in a convenient 4-pack that's perfect for sharing, stocking up, or enjoying all season long. This fall, grab the new Apple 4-Pack from Carbless. Go to drinkcarbless.com and find it near you.
ESPN Madison's Mark Tauscher here for Outdoor Living Unlimited. Well, my wife and I chose Outdoor Living Unlimited to build our outdoor project. When we met with Aaron and Eric Brown, owners and brothers of Outdoor Living Unlimited, we felt like they were the right guys to work with. We share the same hardworking values, and their showroom is a must-see at 2018 South Stoughton Road in Madison. If you're looking for a new deck, outdoor kitchen, screen room, and more, Outdoor Living Unlimited is a must. Start with OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com and end with an amazing outdoor space.
Looking to elevate your uniform game this season? At Game 1, they help teams build a winning identity with custom uniforms, spirit wear, equipment, and sideline essentials. Their team works alongside coaches, athletic directors, and organizations to deliver quality products with unmatched service. Plus, the online team and fan stores make ordering custom gear easy for athletes, parents, and supporters. Whether you're outfitting one team or an entire program, Game 1 is ready to help. Gear up and visit Game1.com today, because Game 1 never lets the team down.
Imagine the peace of mind knowing your home or business is safe 24/7. I'm Jeffrey Beckman, president of J&K Security Solutions, and we provide security you can trust. Serving Madison and southern Wisconsin, J&K Security Solutions offers state-of-the-art home and business security systems tailored to your needs. From video surveillance to home and business automation, to find out how J&K Security can help secure what matters most in your life, visit jksecurity.com.
This is Wisconsin linebacker Mason Posa.
Mason Posa shuts the door!
You're listening to 100.5 ESPN WTLX Monona, Madison.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good evening, Madison and streamers everywhere. My name is Riley Yauk, and this is your Sports Center update, brought to you by The Jump Around, a Badgers dedicated show. Tune in every Thursday at 12:30 on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel as Jim Rutledge and myself talk all things Wisconsin Badgers. The Jump Around every Thursday at 12:30 on YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts. It's a busy sports evening across the state of Wisconsin as first and foremost, the Green Bay Packers play their third and final preseason game this evening against the Arizona Cardinals. Kickoff is at 7 p.m. and you can watch across the state on your local Packers TV affiliate in Madison. That's Channel 27 WKOW. Just use your antenna, folks. That's what I do. The Milwaukee Brewers also look to continue shrinking that magic number towards clinching the National League Central Division and the number one seed in the National League. Shout out the Reds for beating the Cubs earlier today. But the Brewers, they battle the Texas Rangers tonight. First pitch is 6:40 with pregame coverage beginning at 6:05 on 1670 AM The Zone this evening, because Wisconsin volleyball against number 5 Stanford will be right here. Pre-match starts at 7:30.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com. Jim Rutledge.
I'm sorry. You are not serious about winning football games and winning a Super Bowl and going deep into the playoffs if you don't have a kicker.
Molly Brown.
You should be going further than getting a 7 seed and not winning a playoff game. That is a fact. You should be getting further with this team that you have.
Welcome to Wisconsin's afternoon hangout.
BS say that Jordan Love's the 10th
I'm
best quarterback
not feeding into you talking about something that has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
It does have something to do
Go
with
for it.
Best quarterback.
But I literally agreed with you.
defensive player,
But here's the thing. I agreed with you saying that Jordan Love is the one holding them back.
Yes.
Move on.
All right. So.
Okay,
All right,
thank you.
You're feisty today. All
No,
right.
I'm just telling you.
This is Molly and Jim, presented by Coors Light on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
No, they're just also celebrities. No big deal.
Oh, my God.
Alongside Matt Hamilton, here's Molly Brown.
Hour 2 of Molly and Jim. I'm Molly Brown, hanging out with Matt Hamilton today. He's in for Jim while he is camping, or quote unquote camping, as Adam in Mount Horeb says. Yeah.
It's glamping.
Glamping.
Which is fine. Like,
That's how I used to
nothing wrong
camp
with
when I was a
that.
kid.
It's kind of like if you're somebody who goes out and like you hike in a mile or 2 miles, 3 miles into your campsite with your tent, and someone asks you what you did this weekend, you said you went camping, and then your coworker Jim goes, "Oh yeah, I went camping too." "Oh yeah, where'd you go?" "Oh, I went to a campsite. I parked my trailer, hooked up to electricity and running water." It was like, you didn't go camping, bro. Like I just don't like the verbiage behind it.
But okay, who actually camps in the way that you just said?
I mean, my in-laws are really into that.
Really?
Yeah, like my sister-in-law and my brother-in-law are really into. They don't live here in town, but I've got friends that if me and my wife go camping, which we go about like once a year, we're using the tent. We're not gonna just like car camp. Like it's car camping. We park the car and then just unload it and pull a tent out of it. But we sleep on the ground on like air pads. And
are you gonna do that with the baby?
Eventually.
Okay.
We didn't do it this summer. This is the first summer in a minute that we didn't.
Yeah.
I just needed a reason to use the jet boil. It's like the coolest camping.
The what?
It's a jet boil. It's a propane burner that you can bring camping.
Oh.
I just love it.
I think my husband has that for like ice fishing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you can be out there. You can boil water. He might even put some oil in it and do like fresh fish fry right there in the water, like on the ice.
Yeah, he's definitely watched like YouTube videos of people doing that.
Yeah,
I know
jet
that
boil
for
is
sure.
amazing. It's amazing.
Okay.
So like I go camping literally to use the jet boil.
Oh my gosh. Riley, is what Jim does considered camping?
No, I think you got to use a tent. It can't be called camping if you're not in a tent. You can say you're going to a campsite.
Yeah,
because you're
going.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm glamping.
Yes, I'm not going to pretend I'm not a big camper. I've gone camping maybe twice in my adult life. It's fun. It's not my preferred hobby.
Yeah.
But when I went camping, I went camping. We went to a campsite and we slept in tents. I walked down to the bathrooms, and even I'm willing to get pushback for people saying I didn't really camp because there's a bathroom I can walk to.
Right.
I'm okay with that. But then I walk down this little street they have, and there's a person or a family with a camper, string lights all set up. They got a giant grill, a TV outside, and I'm like, this is why you're not camping.
The TV part is
you just
crazy.
brought your
to me.
house to a campground.
It would be pretty sweet. What if you like had a bunch of tents, but still someone brought like a 70-inch so you can watch Packers Cardinals preseason game?
I'm
It
hearing that
would
out.
be really fun. Yeah, no. So that's like the kind of camping that I used to do with like my grandparents, right? Because they used to have
camping, right?
Not car camping. No, like
I
what
say
Jim
car
does.
camping. Oh, within a motorhome or
Yeah,
or
yeah,
camper
like
or something. Okay,
like a legit like camper. So like that's really all I did. My husband and I, we bought all of the things. Probably like 2 years into us being together, we bought like all the things to do like tent camping, right? So like we bought a nice tent. We had like the sleeping bags. We had the mattress pads, like the little things, whatever you want to say. Like we did all the things. We got all the camping cooking gear and everything. We went camping one time. We went to Turtle Flambeau Flowage, way up north. And we did not check the weather well enough, or the weather turned to make us sound smarter. We didn't check the weather, but literally got rained out. Like you had to basically, so you drive up there, you park at like a dirt lot, and then it's all like islands essentially.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no motorboats allowed on the water. So it's only like kayaks, canoes, that kind of thing. So we loaded up both of our kayaks. We had like food in like a laundry basket thing that we like towed through the water. It was fun.
Right.
And so like you get to an island, and if there's other people there, then you have to go to the next one. And like so everybody has like their own island. There was nobody there. It was like 4th of July weekend or something. Nobody was there. So we got like the first island.
So that wasn't your red flag. Maybe the weather was bad and everyone else checked it.
Didn't even think about that until we woke up in the middle of the night to like the worst thunderstorm you could possibly want to sleep through. And I was like, literally get me the bleep out of here. Like, so the second that like the storm ended and like we knew it was gone, we loaded everything back in. Like as soon as like the morning, because that woke us up at like, I don't know, 1 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
Literally like stayed up the entire time basically from then on, loaded up our kayaks and left right from then and there. Like we thought we were going to stay up there for like 2 or 3 days. Nah, we lasted for like 12 hours. It was the worst experience. So we have never camped again. Like, never done it again. Our kids say that they want to do it, and I'm just like, but do you though? Like, do you actually want to camp, or do you want to have like this vision of what you think camping is, and it's not? You know what I mean?
Well, if they're listening to the show, they think it's taking a 25-foot trailer with your big blue truck from Sinden Chevy to a campground and taking about 45 minutes to back it into its parking spot.
Exactly.
Embarrass your daughters.
We're not.
That's how you camp.
We're not attaching a huge trailer to our Kia Carnival. I don't even know if that would be able to pull
I bet that Carnival can pull some
I don't know, and I'm not going to find out. But JJ in Poinette says, I car camp in a tent, but also river camp. Bring all gear on kayaks. I didn't know that's what it was called.
I had a
But
buddy,
then where do you camp? Like is it like my
go down
situation?
to Mississippi and there's like sandbars.
Oh.
And you just like, there's little like island sandbars, or like there's parks along it that you can just like go up into the grass, and they would, they had like a pickup point that some friends would meet them at.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So that sounds cool. Mississippi River, though, have you ever been in the Mississippi River Museum? Have you seen the fish that are in the Mississippi River?
Yeah, it's some giant catfish.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
There's scarier ones than catfish.
There's gar.
Ugh.
What? It's not like they go after people.
I don't know.
I do. I'm not afraid of it.
I don't know. Just Mississippi River. Big body of water that I don't really want to mess with. That's all I'll say there. JJ Poinette also says what Jim does is glamping, which is fine, but he might as well stay at a motel.
It's like, I just want him to call it that. Don't say you're going camping. That's my only request. I have no problem with glamping. My family had a trailer park, or a trailer that we just kept like permanent at a trailer park. Okay. We just said we were going down to the camper. I never said I was camping. I feel like there needs to be a distinction, because people that actually camp, I can see how you can get a little
offended
when someone like Jim's like, oh yeah, it really stunk. The AC went out and the girls were complaining when we were camping.
Wait, so when you go like car camping with your wife, right?
Yeah.
How do you cook, like besides your little
fire
whatever
pit.
Cooler thingy? You do the
jet boil in the fire pit, yeah. Because more often than not, they have like some sort of grate setup.
Yeah.
Right? And I always bring steaks, because steaks over a campfire, it's tough to beat.
Can't beat it. I remember like going with my grandparents, and you would make like, we would have like a skillet, like a flat
for
top
breakfast.
thingy.
Yeah.
So we
put
make
a big
pancakes
cast
and all
iron
the
pan
things
for us. Yeah, but so it's good. It's just tin foil and a baked potato or a potato. Throw it in the coals. Cover it with some coals, and you get a perfect like baked potato. That's
Sounds
great.
delicious. JJ Poinette also says best river camp spots are Lower Wisconsin, Lower Black, and Lower Chippewa. You can also stay at a designated sites on the other rivers, such as the Manitouche, Flambeau, and I don't even know what that last one is. So just a name I can't pronounce.
Nice. River camping does sound fun.
Yes, and you know what also sounds fun is getting ready for the Green Bay Packers game as they take on the Arizona Cardinals tonight. Preseason game, I should say. But it's exciting nonetheless. We're getting closer to Packers season, so we're going to do that next after we hear from Jim as he tells us about Ruth's Chris.
Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Middleton. Be sure to say hi to my good friends Lee and Kevin over there. Molly and I will be back out there soon. I think we're doing some calamari and some other apps as part of the Sizzle, Swizzle, and Swirl Happy Hour. So get out to Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Middleton. Enjoy the Horseshoe Bar and tell them that Molly and Jim sent you.
Molly and Jim rolls on after this.
What is the bottom of a porta potty? I genuinely don't know how a porta potty works.
On 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Hey, it's Molly Brown. And let's be honest, between work, kids, and everything else life throws at me, I'm always looking for a little extra energy. That's why I love Zoa Energy. It's made with natural ingredients, vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, so I get that boost I need without the crash or jitters. Plus, there are tons of great flavors. It's vegan, gluten-free, and even low in sugar, so it fits right into my busy, health-conscious routine. So grab a Zoa Energy, fuel your body, focus your mind, and take on your day like a champ.
Remember when your favorite Pizza Hut classics came with prices like these? Good news, they're back. Introducing the Throwback Value Menu, featuring the new medium one-topping stuffed crust pizza for just $10, and other favorites starting at only $3. Plus, try the new Triple Cheese Mac, or satisfy your sweet tooth with new s'more sticks. Check out the full Throwback Value Menu at pizzahut.com or on the Pizza Hut app. That's pizzahut.com. Pizza Hut. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau.
I love the group. I love the guys we got. We've been together for a couple years now. It's not our first rodeo together.
This is your green and gold fix on 100.5 ESPN.
You're talking about practice situations.
That's the mindset. That's the goal for us, is to be able to go out there and finish.
This green and gold fix is driven by Metro Ford.
Friday marks the preseason finale for the Green Bay Packers as they play host to the Arizona Cardinals at Lambeau Field. But much bigger news, both on and off the field for the Packers, came down Thursday as the Brown County District Attorney's Office officially filed 2 charges against Packers running back Josh Jacobs due to an incident in which he spent a night in jail back in May. Jacobs formally charged with 2 misdemeanors, one for battery, the other for criminal damage to property, and the Packers offering the following statement, quote, "We are aware of the charges brought against Josh Jacobs. We will continue to cooperate with the NFL as we work through the process. We will have no further comment at this time," end quote.
Purchase, finance, or service a new or pre-owned Ford at Metro Ford of Madison on the east side today.
How much does it cost to talk to Gruber Law Offices after a serious crash? It's free. Yes, free. As in, it won't cost you anything to speak with us. Not sure if you have a case? Call our team at Gruber Law Offices today. Your first call and your first consultation are always free. And you'll never pay us a fee until we win your case. If you've been seriously injured, call Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
What's better than enjoying a luau in a tropical paradise? Winning money while you're there, which you can do in our Luau Loot promotion. Be at Ho Chunk Gaming Madison on Saturday, August 29th, when 21 winners will each have a chance to win up to $2,500. Then one grand prize winner will bring home up to $35,000 in cash. Get in on the celebration with entries daily from August 1st through August 29th. Find your island escape at Ho Chunk Gaming Madison.
If there's anything I've learned about playing football in the trenches, it's that confidence is built through scheme and details. It's not much different with your money. If you lack confidence, take some time to sit with Annex Wealth Management and walk through your plan. Annex helps you think of more than investments. Their team considers things like retirement, taxes, even that company stock you have but don't know what to do with. Looking to build confidence with your money? Well, give Annex Wealth a call or visit annexwealth.com.
Bo here from Ridgetop Exteriors. Southern Wisconsin got hit hard with hail recently. If your home took a beating, now's the time to take action. We've been delivering top quality roofing, siding, and window services locally for over 23 years. With free damage assessments and insurance experts on staff, we've been your licensed, local, and trusted contractor since day one. Don't wait until small damage becomes a big problem. Turn to Ridgetop Exteriors today. Ridgetopexteriors.com. That's ridgetopexteriors.com.
Ridgetop Exteriors.
You're listening to Molly and Jim, presented by Coors Light. Also brought to you by J&K Security Solutions, securing homes and businesses in the Madison area since 1987.
Tell me, what do I see? A long-legged woman staring back at me. You're looking so good, I'm howling at the moon tonight. I see heaven in her eyes and
Bradley,
a
have we
devil
not
smile.
gotten your brother's band music added to the list yet?
No,
Matt
we-
really likes this song.
All right, nice. I appreciate that, Matt. No, we have not. I told him about it. I think he's coming out with a new album here soon.
Album.
Yeah.
Damn.
I need to get some of that on here, and I need him to create some custom music for our show as well.
Ooh, custom. I like
If it was his
it.
real music, could he sign a release that ESPN Madison can use it? Because I know.
I think so.
Yeah,
Well, so here's the thing:
the reason we can't use it is because it goes on YouTube, and these artists have the rights to their music. I understand that, but if you've got the okay from an artist,
but that's the thing is that we do have the okay because we pay for the music. Like, let's say it's Taylor Swift, we pay for that music on our radio system, but YouTube doesn't care.
Yeah. Okay.
So but also I don't know if your brother's in that category yet of. It's going to get flagged. I have no idea how that works.
Potentially. I don't know how strict they are either, but it should just go to him because he's not on a label yet. So if it was flagged, it would go to him, and then theoretically he should be able to hit
approve or deny.
Yeah, this is okay. So... And I know he wouldn't be seeking, he doesn't have lawyers that are searching for every possible violation and coming down on him like the big artist
Well,
is.
you got to be sure you listen to the show, make sure they're not saying anything blasphemous. And
Exactly.
watch your tunes associated with Jim's hot takes about the Bears or whatever. Jim, we're in Wisconsin. Enough about Caleb Williams and the Bears already. The Hammond Bears. I don't care about it.
Oh, my God. Strofe was wearing that hat at the fantasy football draft
hilarious.
last night.
I think
that is so funny.
It looks more like he's a fan of the Bears.
That's
until,
the issue.
You go up and look and if he would have got Hammond Bears in green and yellow, it would have been hilarious.
That would have been good. Yeah, that's actually
doing Packer colors,
Yeah.
but just say Hammond Bears. That would have been top notch.
I think he told me last night that he got off of eBay.
Yeah.
I don't know. He said he got it for one of our producers in Milwaukee, Will Summers, who's also a Bears fan.
Yeah.
And then Will was like, I want nothing to do with this.
Nice.
Yeah,
So
I wouldn't
he
either
had
if
to
I was
keep
a
it.
Bear fan.
I wonder what he paid for it, though.
Honestly,
seeing
that
it in person,
reaction would be worth $50.
but seeing it in person, it looked like a branded Bills hat because those are pretty nice hats. But it wasn't obviously because it was from eBay.
You can get a custom. You can just make a custom branded Bills.
It didn't
hat.
have the B on it though. So, so it was a knockoff one, but it was still a nice hat in person. I was like, hey, I kind of like this hat though. The style's cool. But
maybe that's something I should make, a green and yellow one where it's clearly a troll, but it says Hammond Bears.
Do it. Try to make that money on those digital product or on the whatever kind of products you can make out of it. But so one of the things that we kind of asked Jason about was just some of the lingering questions, right? And I'll tell you where this came from, right? So I basically yesterday was thinking, I'm like, okay, obviously there's just Josh Jacobs stuff. But even without that, that obviously adds 1,010 questions in our minds, right? What does this running back room look like? All the different things there. But I kind of started to think about it. I'm like, okay, we got some questions answered that we had before training camp kicked off, right? Obviously, Trace Mack, you had talked about that. It was like, what is this guy? Well, I don't know if the answer is ever going to be fully answered until maybe the end of the season, as it's okay, one full season of being in the NFL. But it's answered a little bit. Okay,
it's promising that when he got into a stadium in game-like conditions, obviously not a game condition because it's preseason, but. Yep. You can say all the other players might be playing twos or threes. It's not going to be quite as fast as the NFL. There's nothing different about a kick.
Yeah.
You got to go out there and do it. It doesn't matter if it's preseason or not. It is the one position where I think what you do in preseason can be, other than the pressure, the talent, the skill of it is identical to the playoffs.
Yeah.
It's still a 56-yard kick, and it's got to go through the uprights.
There's the pressure element.
The pressure is
right?
the only difference I could point to.
Mm-hmm.
But it is promising, especially I didn't know for certain. I was just hypothesizing that he was tweaking. In practice, that's when you work on stuff. You try different techniques. You try maybe leaning forward on a kick more, back, or whatever his kicking coach is saying. So when you see those numbers, you can't put a lot of stock in it. But when you have preseason games, his one and only goal is make that kick. Mm-hmm. He might be thinking about some of the things he's been practicing, but this is applying those to a real moment and a real situation. And he's 10 for 10 when kicking the ball through uprights. So extra points and field goals.
Definitely promising. And I mean, the length of the field goals too, right?
Over 50 yards. 50,
he looks good so far, I will say. it's interesting to see. I'll see how I feel as we progress
Your
through the
worry
season.
has to have gotten better. If you were a 7 when we talked 2 weeks ago about this, you have to be like,
agree.
No higher than a 4.
I giggled when Jason said, "Oh, some people were calling for Brandon McManus back," because I was some people.
Yeah,
like,
you were
which
some people.
I didn't even like Brandon McManus,
or
and
at
I was
least
still
some competition for him, right?
true. And I mean, quite frankly, I was still pissed at Brandon McManus's performance from that second game, that playoff
Bears
game against
yep.
the Bears, right?
Yep.
Like, I was still mad at him for that.
Fair.
So the fact that I was like, oh my God, they really messed up here. But some other questions that I had too, cornerbacks. Do you feel like we have answers there?
No, because there was that whole week where Keyshawn was taking 2s reps, and it was Cisse and Valentine taking the 1s.
Correct.
So that makes you think. And granted, I think it was more injury based than anything, but
it feels like Cisse is the number 1.
That would be great. It's nerve wracking when the rookie that you drafted in the
third round?
Third round,
I think.
Second or third round?
Brendan Cisse?
Cisse was second round. Start of the
I don't know why I thought
second
third.
round.
Maybe I'm thinking of
just-
Mark
Essentially
Lloyd.
the Packers' first round pick.
Yeah.
Goody doesn't have a great track record of getting first and second round guys who are game ready. He tends to get projects. So it's nerve wracking as a Packer fan. Did Goody pick Cisse to be his prototypical project? He might not be great this year, but he's going to ramp up. And did he just get better fast enough that he's the one? Or was it he's still really green, but he's our best option? And that's my question about Cisse in this cornerback room is
right.
Is he really ready to go, or is he just the best?
Well, it's kind of interesting too, because I feel like the Keyshawn Nixon conversation was he felt like he was being punished. He felt like he was being punished by not being in the 1s and practicing with the 2s, like you were saying. But he kind of should have been. I mean, I remember the first,
maybe a reality check at the very least.
the
Hey,
first preseason game, there was clear footage of him not trying. He wasn't trying to tackle guys. He
Right.
looked like a guy that didn't really give a bleep. And I don't know if that was the case. I don't know if there was the injury like you were talking about. That's why he kind of sat out initially, was because of a hamstring or something like that. Or was it he felt like his spot here is, I'm the clear bona fide number 1, and I don't really have to try in preseason. It's just preseason, where then it's kind of okay, well, a guy like Brendan Cisse is going to come in and he's going to take your spot, which is what it feels like to me.
or does he think that, hey, I'm on the most sweet of sweetheartest deals for the Packers right now. I don't need to put maximum effort into this preseason game.
Well, and that was kind of my thoughts on it too after that as well, because I think initially heading into the offseason, as Jason talked about, and I don't want to misquote him by any means, but the way that I perceived what he said was Keyshawn's not really fighting this the payment kind of thing, right? The guys are getting paid what, $4 million this year or something egregious, right?
Yeah, it's not great.
Nothing.
He's better than what he's getting paid.
And it felt like Jason and it felt like what he was saying was he's not sitting out because this isn't bothering him. And so I wonder if that's kind of, I don't know, come to the front of his mind, where it's hey, you guys aren't paying me to be number 1 corner. You guys aren't paying me to be this incredible guy. So I'm going to put in whatever you're paying me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Almost like a normal employee. If I feel like I'm underpaid, am I really going to put my best foot forward? I'm not saying that I will or won't, but is the normal person going to do that? You know what I mean?
100%. I get it. If you feel like you're undervalued, are you going to put your body on the line in
for
football?
sure in the
I don't
NFL.
know.
It's crazy.
I don't know, especially in a preseason game. Maybe he is just saving it for the regular season, but coaches don't like that.
And maybe you look at a guy like Jair, right? Jair Alexander was never the same player after he had that big hit in the Pittsburgh Steelers game.
Broken collarbone, right?
Yes. I think it was something. Or was it a shoulder? I don't know.
Do you remember
something around his
Riley?
shoulder? It was around his shoulder area. I don't know if he broke his collarbone, but there was something that as soon as he made that tackle, it was he changed.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate.
Afraid to tackle. He didn't wrap anymore.
Right.
It was just
I'd probably be the same way.
Hit him with my shoulder.
If you feel a horrible pain in whatever part of your body, you're going to have a little bit of PTSD
was it
from
last
it.
year that Nixon was the one that didn't attempt to tackle? Was it the Bears running back that was falling into the end zone? He just kind of stood there and pretended like he was going to try and strip the ball or something. And
we have plenty.
So he did it again. In a preseason game.
Yes. We have plenty of footage of Keyshawn Nixon not trying his hardest, I think.
That is true. And Jair Alexander's shoulder injury was a severe AC joint injury in his shoulder.
You know what's funny is I was just watching a I was like, why are we getting, all of a sudden we're getting spammed on our YouTube chat. I was very confused. I was like, there's a lot of things coming in here. But the thing I was just going to say, I started watching quarterback season 3. So it was like Baker Mayfield, Jared Goff, Cam Ward, and Jaden Daniels, right? Mm-hmm. And it was so interesting hearing how many of them have like messed up AC joints or like, and I was like, I didn't even realize that was a big thing in football. So
it's kind of definitely for a quarterback. That's like shoulder, constant motion.
Yeah, and so that's what happened with Jair. But so we will continue to dive into this. I still have some other questions. One of the things I want to talk about, offensive line. Obviously, we just talked about that with Jason. Want to talk about the tight end position, Jonnu Smith, like all the different things here. So there's a lot going on in the Green Bay Packers world ahead of their last and final preseason game against the Arizona Cardinals coming up tonight. First, I want to hear about Jim as he tells us about J&K Security Solutions.
J&K Security Solutions, they are veteran-owned, they are family-owned, and they are locally owned. So when you need to think about protecting your home or business, contact my good friends at J&K Security Solutions. They can help you with commercial security, commercial fire protection, and home security. So when you're looking to secure your home or business, contact my good friends at J&K Security Solutions.
You're hanging out with Molly and Jim.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but I love what the Bears are doing.
On 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Experience the future of recovery at Carbon World Health. They've brought Escape Robotic Massage to Madison, the world's first AI-powered, fully automated therapeutic massage that's customized to your body every time. Using advanced body scanning, Escape maps your muscles and delivers precision-calibrated pressure to release tension, reduce inflammation, and accelerate recovery. Book your Escape session at Carbon World Health and feel what the future of wellness really feels like. Carbon World Health, your body optimized.
That's the ease at which you get information. You want it, you get it. Like that. Ask your phone. Group chat. Smartphone. You're always connected and informed in real time. No waiting. So if you're diabetic and still using finger sticks to read your blood sugar, what are you waiting for? Knowing your blood sugar levels instantly is important for managing diabetes. Call US Med at 888-665-0696. To learn more about continuous glucose monitors, a real-time instant method to track your blood glucose, US Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 1,000 private insurers. And the best part? Call 888-665-0696 and we'll give you a free insurance benefits check today. So call 888-665-0696 today. That's 888-665-0696. And manage your diabetes as easy as...
Brew Crew Tuesdays are back on September 8th.
Fly ball center field, it's hit well, Grisham back, it is gone!
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they battle the Chicago Cubs.
Got him swinging, threw him a curveball, it's 11 Ks for Mizorowski.
This edition of Brew Crew Tuesdays is presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Tune in September 8th at 6:40 on Fox 6 in Milwaukee, or check your local listings to watch the game.
Molly Brown here, and if you need room for everything life throws your way, meet the 2026 Kia Carnival at Metro Kia of Madison. Right now, well-qualified buyers can get 1.9% APR financing for up to 48 months on a new 26 Carnival using Kia Finance. That's just $21.65 per month for every $1,000 financed for 48 months with no down payment required. Offer ends August 31st and is subject to credit approval, vehicle availability, and dealer participation. See Metro Kia for complete details.
Bringing summer gatherings to the next level is just another thing we do at Celebrations Entertainment. Hi, it's Jeffrey. With rental items like sound equipment, photo booths, and even yard games, you can make your event the party that everyone talks about. Any event like graduation parties, block parties, or even a backyard barbecue can be elevated with fun, interactive items to make everyone ask, hey, how'd you pull this off? Just tell them celebrationsentertainment.com. That's celebrationsentertainment.com.
ESPN Madison's Mark Tauscher here for Outdoor Living Unlimited. Well, my wife and I chose Outdoor Living Unlimited to build our outdoor project. When we met with Aaron and Eric Brown, owners and brothers of Outdoor Living Unlimited, we felt like they were the right guys to work with. We share the same hardworking values, and their showroom is a must-see at 2018 South Stoughton Road in Madison. If you're looking for a new deck, outdoor kitchen, screen room, and more, Outdoor Living Unlimited is a must. Start with OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com and end with an amazing outdoor space.
There's a spirit you can only find in Door County, and Door County Distillery bottles it. Hey, it's Riley Yauk. Locally made in Carlsville, Door County Distillery crafts small batch spirits with Wisconsin ingredients and the flavors that make Door County unforgettable. From brandy, gin, whiskey, and my favorite, cherry vodka, my dad makes a mean cherry mule, to cocktails, tastings, tours, and more. It's a true Door County experience. Visit Door County Distillery in Carlsville or find your local retailer and more at doorcountydistillery.com.
Air Lara does it again.
Still back out of the warning track, reaches up and makes the catch. A nice running catch by Lara.
And again.
Back Lara, warning track wall, leaping, he caught it!
Madison's home of the Brewers, 100.5 ESPN.
Say something, tell me all the right things. Something different for once. We're better off as strangers in the night. This isn't working for us. Not a single day goes by.
Matt Hamilton is feeling very optimistic about my fantasy football team that I picked last night. Football field.
Yeah.
That I picked at Potawatomi Casino last night.
Tight end in round 2. What were you thinking?
Why are you so upset? Okay, the only would you have rather had me take Tucker Kraft as a tight end in the second round or Trey McBride?
Neither.
No, but if you had to pick, which one would you have picked?
I mean, Trey McBride's probably the right guy, right? They're going to really focus the offense on him. But
see, I don't know, but also he doesn't have a quarterback. Like, I trust
so I like the
J.
Tucker
Kraft
combo a lot better, yeah.
I'm going to win.
I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have done it.
Matt is fully convinced that Antoine is going to win. I am anti-Antoine. Okay?
I think
That's what I'm going to say.
I think Mitch and Antoine are going to be the top two teams because Mitch drafted properly. I don't love his players, but
Mitch and
the
Stoughton,
first 9 picks were all running backs, wide receivers, which is how you should do it.
Mitch and Stoughton is a fantasy football stud.
Yeah,
I will
he
say.
Still got Justin Herbert, and I mean, dumb pick.
Yeah,
he went
after
back Caleb Williams, then Justin Herbert. So he's got both, but still, pretty good options at QB, and he waited a long time to get him. He waited till the 10th and 11th round to get him. That's.
Oh, I'm sorry. You don't like Lamar Jackson in the
4th? No.
I couldn't remember what round he was.
I mean, I like Lamar Jackson. I just feel like it's a little bit early. He's got to be really good for that draft position to be valid.
And he probably will be.
He probably will be.
And I'm going to eventually get Justin Herbert on my roster, even though I don't like Justin Herbert in real life.
Yeah, Jim loves Justin Herbert, though. You're a team, so
He
you got
does.
to make Jim happy.
Yeah, that's true. But also, he was my idea of who to pick, and then Mitch and Stoughton stole my idea because
you're getting
cheaters
on either side.
Exactly.
Mitch was
literally, I had
drafted on
Antoine,
one side, and
I had
then
Antoine to
on
my
the other.
left. He was taking Scary Terry and Devontae Adams and all these guys that I was saying.
In the even rounds, and then the odd rounds, Mitch was sniping them in front of you.
Exactly. Mitch was over here like, oh, yeah, this guy's really good. Oh, by the way, I just took him.
Yeah, that would be a really good pick if you got Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, off the board.
Exactly.
Classic.
But I do want to continue to dive into the Packers as we ask, I feel like there's a lot of questions still going on with this Packers team, with this Packers roster, the storylines that are going around the Green Bay Packers. There's a lot in my mind, right? I talked to Jason about the offensive line when he joined us earlier, and I'm just not feeling confident.
What answers did Jason come through for you, and which ones was he? You're like, that's not what I wanted to hear.
I mean, it was nice knowing that I was right in terms of listening to Brian Bulaga, right? Mm-hmm. Where it was like, okay, Brian Bulaga likes Jager Burton over Jacob Monk. So it was nice hearing that. However, it was unfortunate hearing that Jager Burton hasn't had a chance to actually practice at the position
he could be fighting for. Right?
Yes, which again, that leads me back to last year and the same feelings that I had last year was kind of just like musical chairs with the offensive line. Like, I don't like that feeling. I don't like knowing that Aaron Banks apparently has some knee injury that he's been nursing, even though I don't think
only
the guy's
when he
really
makes
been
football
practicing.
Moves, though.
Yeah, only when he makes football moves. Which, I don't know. You're a football player that we're paying you an ass load of money. They've paid him like $40-something million since he's been here.
At least Burton's getting
Can
the
I
reps
get
there.
paid $40 million to not do my job? Like, genuinely, that is what this feels like with Aaron Banks.
Well, only if you were hindered by football moves.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. I mean, I could probably still block somebody, but so that part does not make me feel good. I don't feel good about they're basically giving him the Lamborghini treatment. I know that's what Brian Bulaga calls it. They're giving him that kind of treatment, but like he hasn't earned it. So he's just this guy that Goody tried to get last year as to bring in an older veteran presence of somebody that you thought could make a difference. Again, Nate Hobbs, that didn't work out. They got him right around the same time, and now you got him.
We made 3 moves last year, right? In the offseason?
Nate Hobbs, Aaron Banks, and Micah Parsons?
No, there was one in that like original before Micah.
I can't remember if I'm being honest. But like they're bringing in a couple older guys this year too, which is good. We all talked about
like
how Zaire Franklin,
him and
what's
Cooper,
his face?
I'm pumped for that.
Dude from the Vikings. What's his name?
Oh, the defensive tackle.
Yep. What's his name?
I don't know.
I can't remember. Hargrave.
Yeah.
And then they just brought in Jonnu Smith, right? So it's like they are bringing in these older guys to have this presence. That's great. That's something that we've kind of been asking for the last couple of seasons where it's like, yeah, it's all fine and dandy to be the youngest team, but then what does that show you in the playoffs? You look like a young team. And it's not great. So in terms of the offensive line, I don't feel great. I mean, I had Alex Strofe on the show just a couple weeks ago where he basically tried to talk me off the ledge, but I think he was wrong. I don't think that you should feel good about this offensive line. It does not feel like a competent offensive line. And I'm sorry, if you have Marshawn Lloyd as a running back, who we haven't seen in a game yet, besides preseason, you have, who's his backup? Chris Brooks. And then Pierre, whatever his name is, Pierre Strong
Jr.
Right. If you have him, I'm sorry, you need an offensive line in order to make them be successful. And also in order to keep Jordan Love upright on his feet. Like, how am I supposed to feel good about this offensive line when, again, it just feels like it's going to be musical chairs?
Yeah. No, it's definitely nerve-wracking. I am curious where your head's at, though. When you look at this team, where is your new biggest concern? Is it O-line?
Okay, let's just run through the ones that I'm concerned about, right?
Let's recap, because I think we all agreed that it was at the beginning of
cornerbacks?
Like right after the draft and around the draft, cornerback was the biggest concern.
Yeah, that was definitely a big. I feel better about that just because I think that Cisse is going to play a key role on this team, which should be fun. Maybe I'm just getting caught up in the excitement of a rookie.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, wide receiver, I feel fine about. Tight end, here's the thing with tight end. I feel bad about that in the sense of they haven't signed Tucker Kraft yet. I think that there is trouble brewing. I think that there are emotions brewing. I can't imagine that if you are Tucker Kraft that you feel happy that your contract hasn't been done, because to feel like you're not appreciated or valued at the number that you want to be valued at,
right,
can't feel good.
Top tight end in the league kind of money.
It very well could. So just to have that kind of lingering feeling, I can't imagine that feels good. And so I'm a little bit concerned about that. However, I do like the signing of Smith yesterday, right? Like I know that got kind of buried in the news dump yesterday with everything that was going on. I like that better than Luke Musgraves, like Jason said, right? Yeah. Neck injury.
Who knows? Yeah.
What's that going to do? Josh Wiley, that's your other guy.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
no depth.
I feel
right?
better, right?
Yeah, no depth.
So I do feel better about that position. Running backs, it's a blunder right now.
Right.
I don't like it. I don't like Brian Gutekunst's comments on it. His comments prior to the things that came out yesterday. I don't like that he feels like this running back room is fine, because to me it's not. It's a dumpster fire. With or without Jacobs.
Yeah.
Like we saw
with him, I don't think it will be. Without him, it is almost assuredly going to be.
Right.
In my eyes.
I mean, if you're placing everything and all your hopes and dreams on Marshawn Lloyd, right?
Marshawn Lloyd, Pierre Strong Jr., and Chris Brooks. Like, that does not strike fear into your opponent, I don't think.
But even Josh Jacobs, like I know there's this trope around him, and we've talked about it for years now, that he'll have a great year, and then he has a down year. He has a great year, down year. And last year was a down year for him.
Right.
Part of that injury, part of that just wasn't looking as good as he was before. So part of me hopes that, he's going to be on the up and up, but also the other part of you, the other side that's chirping in your ear is he might be out for an extended period of time.
Yeah.
Which doesn't feel good. So, don't feel great about the running back room. Offensive line is probably my biggest concern right now.
So, number one, offensive line.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I just think about it, like, we didn't do... Because we talked about this after the draft, and obviously we hadn't seen the players play, so you don't really have, like, an idea of what Cisse is going to be. But after the draft, it was cornerback. Nothing changed to the cornerback room or the offensive line room, and now we're like, offensive line scares me the most. What scares me is that I agree with you that the offensive line scares me the most, but we didn't change anything to the cornerback room. I just feel better about it. Like, it doesn't feel good because I don't know. The cornerback room, you can't definitively say they've gotten better.
Yeah.
And it was our concern. It was our concern from the end of last season all the way to the draft, and now it's offensive line, and we hadn't touched the cornerback room. So it's just, did the offensive line just get overlooked early in this offseason, or are they getting worse? Are the injuries more real because we're getting closer to the season? I don't know, but it's not like reassuring to have a new number one, a new leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Right. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a lot of questions. And again, kind of the same idea with like Trace Mack in a different way. But I don't know how you're going to look until you're out there in a real game, right?
Yeah.
Like when you have, let's say Brandon Cisse is the number one receiver or number one cornerback, and he's going against the number one receiver in Justin Jefferson. Are you going to get cooked by him? Are you going to be able to stand your ground? Like, that's going to change my mind on you, too.
It's not the greatest matchup in the world if Brandon Cisse in his first game has to square off against Justin Jefferson. And that very well might be the matchup.
Yeah, they're not moving any of our corners. Like,
I'm playing zone.
Yeah.
If I am
Justin
Jonathan
lines
Gannon.
up on if he lines up on your side, buckle up. But
I'm bracketing
you better
him.
hope you're on the other side.
Yeah, but I think my concern is definitely more so with that offensive line right now because the cornerback room, sure, we don't know what we're going to get out of St. Juste. We don't know what we're going to get out of Cisse. We don't really know what we're going to get out of Nixon, and there's not a ton of depth. But they are guaranteed going to get better around week 6 or week 7 when Micah Parsons comes back.
Right.
Because that pass rush is going to make their job significantly easier. So I'm not quite as worried about the defensive backs as I am about the offensive line. Because if they're not able to get that figured out, as much as we want to see Jordan Love cook, and
He's not gonna be able to.
and as good as he is under pressure, I'm sure he'll still make as much lemonade as he can out of the lemons, but it never looks pretty if your offensive line is in shambles.
Yeah.
How do we feel about like the defensive line? Like, we didn't even talk about that with like you said, Micah Parsons not coming back until week 6 against Cowboys potentially. Like, what does that look like? I mean, do we all of a sudden all have faith in Lucas Van Ness? Do we feel good about, what is it, Zaire Franklin, right? Like, he's up there.
Yeah.
Do we feel good about them all of a sudden? I
feel good
I don't
about
know.
our safeties and our linebackers, middle linebackers especially. Feeling good.
Okay.
Nervous for the edge rush. I do think, was it Hargrave?
Yeah.
Hargrave and Wyatt are going to be.
Forgot about Wyatt.
They're going to be fine.
Brinson and Brooks as well. I'm feeling solid.
I definitely feel better, a lot better, even without Micah Parsons about our D-line than I do about our O-line.
Okay.
I do wonder where we'll get pass rush. I mean, Lucas Van Ness apparently is having a decent camp. It's got to be LVN.
I don't see us winning the man-to-man. It's going to be blitz. It's going to be disguises from Gannon.
Creativity.
That's what he's going to have to do the same way Halfley was trying to do without Micah. Definitely, first half of the Bears playoff game. Liked what we were seeing from the defense there. So I think that's going to be the technique Gannon's going to go for. Blitz.
Yeah. Yeah, no, a lot of questions. I mean, we're going to continue to almost ask this, I feel like, on a weekly, daily basis, potentially, because, we're going to get different things answered, and we're going to have more questions. Just
for 2 weeks, though, till week 1.
As the days go on, until they take on the Minnesota Vikings in week 1 in Minnesota. I have some college football questions here on the other side, so I want to get into those. Riley, it's your time to shine.
Yeah, buddy.
That's coming up next.
Molly and Jim rolls on after this.
Support your team. Support these guys. Smack is going to win you a lot of games.
On 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
This is Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited with my brother and business partner, Aaron Brown. Siding Unlimited has grown into Wisconsin's best local remodeling company and proven by our long list of awards, highlighted by our 5-time Pella Platinum Premier National Certified Contractor of the Year Award.
For new siding, windows, roofing, and doors, call 608-220-0005 or go to sidingunlimited.com.
At J&K Security Solutions, protecting your home or business is more than just the priority. It's what we do. I'm President Jeffrey Beckman. Since 1987, J&K Security Solutions has been committed to providing Madison and southern Wisconsin with dependable security solutions. Whether it's security, fire, or the latest automation solutions, go to jksecurity.com to see how J&K can help keep your home or business secure. Get protected now at jksecurity.com.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNWisconsinContests.com. That's ESPNWisconsinContests.com.
Hey, it's Molly Brown from Molly and Jim. I never thought I'd have to design a second wedding ring, but after losing my original, that's exactly where I found myself. And Jim at Condon Jewelers made the whole experience feel special instead of stressful. I got to sit down with Jim, talk through what I loved about my old ring, and actually be part of designing something that felt like me. And now I absolutely love my new ring. It's beautiful, it's personal, and there's a story behind it. If you're looking for something that feels completely your own, Jim at Condon Jewelers is the person I'd trust to help you create it.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau.
I love the group. I love the guys we got. We've been together for a couple years now. It's not our first rodeo together.
This is your green and gold fix on 100.5 ESPN.
You're talking about practice situations.
That's the mindset. That's the goal for us, is to be able to go out there and finish.
This green and gold fix is driven by Metro Ford.
Friday marks the preseason finale for the Green Bay Packers as they play host to the Arizona Cardinals at Lambeau Field. But much bigger news, both on and off the field for the Packers, came down Thursday as the Brown County District Attorney's Office officially filed 2 charges against Packers running back Josh Jacobs due to an incident in which he spent a night in jail back in May. Jacobs formally charged with 2 misdemeanors, one for battery, the other for criminal damage to property. And the Packers offering the following statement, quote, "We are aware of the charges brought against Josh Jacobs. We will continue to cooperate with the NFL as we work through the process. We will have no further comment at this time," end quote.
Purchase, finance, or service a new or pre-owned Ford at Metro Ford of Madison on the east side today.
There's nothing like the neighborhood spot on game day. Every stool's taken, every screen's on. One minute you're surrounded by strangers. The next, you're high-fiving your new best friends. Once your turn to order, ask for Yuengling Flight, the next generation of light beer. 95 calories, just 2.6 grams of carbs, and flavor that holds its own from kickoff to that final whistle. Light beer that drinks like you mean it. Yuengling Flight, the next generation of light beer. DJ Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, Pennsylvania.
25 years ago, a generational Bucs team made an unforgettable run.
This is the place to be.
Write It Up, narrated by Jim Paschke, is the new season of the Behind the Bucs podcast, presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and people strategy partner. This is the oral history of the 2000-2001 Milwaukee Bucks and their run to Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals.
Absolute bedlam here at the Bradley Center.
Listen now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get your podcasts.
Join the Madison Money Guy, Christian Finfrock, for Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Get the information you need as you plan for retirement. That's Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Investment advisory services offered through Retirement Income Strategies, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
We're on the Badgers.
The coaches, the players, we're bringing an entire new mindset.
Because we're on Wisconsin sports.
And it's to win. It's to win.
Your home for Badgers fans, 100.5 ESPN.
Of college football, so that's exciting. Crazy to think that it's already here. I don't know if you guys feel that way, but it's like, where the heck did the time go? I mean, Matt, I'm sure you do, because your kid is already like 2 months old, which is crazy.
Yeah.
But like, football season's here. It's week 0. The Badgers play up at Lambeau next freaking weekend.
What's that mean? What's week 0 mean?
It's
means
week
the lame
0.
games.
It's a week before the typical week 1.
But these games count. If you lose it, it goes towards your record.
Yes. It's just only a select few games like the Dublin game, the Aer Lingus Classic between TCU and North Carolina. And they play a week before everyone else. So typically they'll have an extra bye week somewhere in there.
To me, these games are lame, right? I mean, I
North
know you're not
Carolina
going to agree with me.
TCU is going to rock.
Okay, so that was actually
going to be a beatdown.
No, it's actually
TCU is going to crush.
TCU is favored by 8.5 points.
Billy Edwards Jr., former Badger.
Is he with North Carolina?
Yeah, he's going to be the starter.
Isn't he like your age?
Yes, he is. I think he is exactly my age.
It's embarrassing.
It's crazy.
So that was actually my question is which of these games are you guys most looking forward to? Because, Matt, I'm sure you don't know what the week 0 schedule is.
No, I do not.
But there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games on the docket starting tomorrow. Well,
I think
tomorrow.
we got NC State, Virginia, too. Is that correct? Or is that week 1?
Hold on, I'm trying to read here quickly. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that one is.
Virginia had a great season last year.
Virginia is favored by 4 points. So that one actually is probably the closest spread aside from Hawaii at Stanford. I'm sorry.
Oh, a little Pac-12 after dark action.
Oh, can't wait. It's actually at 6 p.m. though. But yeah, otherwise, New Mexico State, Florida State, that's 31.5 point spread. USC, San Jose State, 38.5 points.
USC's going to kill
So
them.
what game are you most looking forward to, Riley?
Oh, TCU, North Carolina. First game of the day.
It's
Ireland
also because
should
it's
be a
in
fun
Ireland.
game. Oh, yeah.
Is there college game day tomorrow?
I think in Ireland, yeah. I think
Okay,
so.
that's what I thought.
Wow.
Awesome. Well, I'm excited to watch that. We'll be back at it again on Monday.
See ya.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
It's nice to know some things are still made locally.
At Chalmers Jewelers, your custom jewelry is designed and handcrafted right here by local craftspeople.
No mass production, no sending your piece out, just real craftsmanship made right here in our community.
Custom jewelry,
Designed locally,
crafted locally.
only at Chalmers Jewelers.
Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton
and Madison.
Your family's safety is your responsibility, and it starts with a solid roof. When the next storm rips through and takes some of your shingles with it, call Badgerland Exteriors. Or looking to replace your whole roof but don't want to break the bank? Let the team